Greetings comic lovers and welcome back to Casually Comics, the channel where we chat all things comics, from reviews of comics new and old to history to anecdotes to really wherever our whims take us. While perusing the comments, which yes I do read when I can, I stumbled upon a suggestion, and it was a suggestion for a Lois Lane comic, so of course I had to check it out. When people tell me there is a must-read issue of Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane, I'm there. This comic, while not a Lois getting married issue, is a Lois dating issue, and the topic, the subject matter, warranted an exploration. In this case, it got downright disturbing. I posted a still of this image to my community tab, and is the image of Lois trying to date Clark's dad, Jor-El. But why though, you may be asking? Is she trying to be his mom? Who greenlit this? Valid questions all. I suspect you are burning with curiosity, and I will satisfy it. But before we get started, I'm Sasha, and if you're enjoying this content, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, join us on this comic book journey. This story comes to us from Superman's girlfriend number 59, and issue 59 comes to us from Otto Binder. Oh hi Otto, welcome back. We recently just saw one of his stories on this channel. Superman turns into a lion, so you know we're in for a madcap of an experience. Our art in this is by Kurt Schaffenberger once more, king of the evil Lois face, which we shall see in this issue. Bonus, the last story in this issue is a marriage story, so we'll be back. Our cover boasts right away that this is real, not imaginary. No, we needed it to be main canon that Lois hit on Clark's biological dad. See what happens when Lois time travels to Krypton before it exploded, and see Lois court Jor-El, who will someday become the father of Superman. Are you sure that you want to put this all on the cover like that? Marvel at the story that in no way inspired Back to the Future, but a movie that I will now have to rewatch after reading this. Ah, Jor-El is wearing the standard generic I'm from space or travel in it outfit. Lois can't resist that. So we see Lois being slapped by Jor-El's girlfriend Lara, you know, Kal-El's mom. Lois scoffs at the laws of time. She spits on the temporal rulebook. Patooey. The write-up on the teaser page is way too excited about this plot. It even describes this as one of Lois's super ambitions. The teaser page is that one that I posted to the community tab. Lara, mother of Superman, calling Lois a hussy, and Lois gleefully thinking, I know that would change fate, but I can try. If I can't have Superman on Earth, why not with Jor-El, his handsome father here on Krypton? Lois, no, I know he's handsome, but please stop. Was this the inspiration for Halsey's Colors music video? I need to know. So buckle up, it's gonna be a wild ride, and keep your arms and legs inside the ride, because if you don't, I cannot vouch that Lois will not try to marry them. Our story opens on Superman doing a body count on the prisoners in the Phantom Zone, when suddenly he sees among them Lois Lane. Quoi? How did we get here? Well, Lois was attending a scientific lecture wherein the topic was the construction of an anti-nuclear ray. This gives Lois an idea. She goes to interview this scientist, using her press credentials to get close, to ask the hard-hitting questions like, could this have stopped the destruction of Krypton? He says, yeah, sure, maybe, and here, take his research to Superman so that he can take a look. But Lois scoffs at that. She's gonna deal with this herself. She is concocting a plan of her own. But before that, she goes to contact a colleague, Professor Potter, to see if he's done his time machine. And is she gonna write about this amazing discovery? Because the answer is yes, he has cracked the riddle of time. No, she's gonna time travel herself. Now it's time to go see Jimmy. Hi Jimmy. She needs a souvenir room, Kryptonian clothing, anti-gravity boots, and a Kryptonese language book. But why do you need them, Lois? Why do you have them, Jimmy? Also, stop just giving away things from your souvenir room without asking what they're for or where they're going. Some of these seem pretty sensitive. Lois is clearly trying to ruin your planned Kryptonian trip. Or we're just gonna surprise Superman somehow. I see you, Jimmy Magic Totem Olsen. So Lois decides that she's gonna go back in time to prevent the destruction of Krypton. She's gonna learn Kryptonian on the way. As she gets closer, she decides to use the time machine Darnell style and creep on Jor-El, trying to get her timings right so she doesn't show up too early or too late in the time stream. She decides that when he's just beginning his research as a scientist is the perfect time, but she forgot that Lara was his assistant, so she's gonna have to concoct a reason that she's there. She says that she's a Kryptonian called Lois Lane, and that her father was a scientist and left her with these mysterious plans for a device, but she'll need to read it to him because it's in code. He accepts all of this, and she reads him the instructions, and he says, wow, this ray would be great. We can prevent any kinds of attacks from space. Look, the reason that Krypton exploded has vacillated over time. What's important is that it's dead, Jim. But when Lois goes to leave, she finds that her time machine is no longer working, so she's trapped there. But she decides when life gives you lemons, you seduce your love interest's father. Anyway, Krypton won't blow up thanks to the tower plans. Young Jor-El resembles Superman. If I can't marry the son, how about the father? I've changed fate once. Why not twice? Otto, Are you okay? Lois returns saying that she'll help him build the ray and it was her father's plans after all, so she's sure that she'll be handy. Laura doesn't trust her as far as she can throw her, so says that she can room with her. They'll be roomies and rivals. Lois's first order of business: sabotage Laura and Jor-El's relationship. She sees that Laura is going to a beauty parlor to get her hair did, so she decides that she's going to change it so that her hair turns green. But she's not that good at Kryptonian yet, so she misreads the instructions and turns her own hair green. Listen, Lois, some of us like having hair adventures, thank you very much. But she's not done. She spends the rest of the day washing the dye out and follows them to their date at a nightclub. She knows all of this because she's used her investigative journalism skills, she's put them to good use, she's cracked open Laura's date planner. She cuts in on them dancing and turns off her gravity boots so that she can fly higher than Laura, because that's what men like, women who jump good. Thank goodness those grav boots are fashionable, you know, not clunky and utilitarian. But it's not a good idea to just turn the gravity off like that, as Lois learns when she flies out the window. Jor-El catches her in his car because he is faster than a falling Lois.
Your disgraceful act ruined our whole evening, Lois. You're very impetuous.
Yeah, don't almost die on other people's dates, Lois. But Lois is undeterred. She sees that Laura has a romantic walk scheduled with Jor-El, so she decides that she's gonna sneak out and under the cover of pitch darkness take her place. So she does, and on a park bench, they make out. Only there are 3 moons out that night, so she is soon revealed.
You brazen hussy! It's only in the pitch dark that Jor-El would think you are prettier than I am. Don't be too sure, Laura. No, Jor-El, don't do it. There's still time not to be a cad.
Who am I kidding? Everybody's a cad here. Cads, a lot of them.
I'm not mad at Lois anymore for taking your place. Besides, she was a big help in building the anti-nuclear tower, which will be turned on tomorrow.
I like how he adds that last part like it in any way factors in. Like if it was being turned on next week, would he be mad? Inquiring minds need to know. Are you ready? Oh yes. Here's where it's about to get weird. Weirder. Lois, in her infinite and clearly not listening to Superman wisdom, didn't realize that the tower was being built in Kandor. Yes, Kandor, the bottle city, as in Brainiac is going to take it, and he takes it that day, and it all vanishes, the tower is gone. Now she realizes that Krypton is doomed in a few years, and so hanging around and seducing Kal's dad doesn't seem like such a great idea anymore. Her time machine is repaired through plot contrivance. There's some snow that mixes with the fiery fire from the fire volcano waterfall that she met him at. Somehow that fixes the time machine and she lifts off. But before she goes, she has to repair their relationship. Laura, I'm really Lois Lane from Earth. I'm going back now. Marry Jor-El and be happy. I'm sure he never really loved me. And so Laura decided as Krypton was exploding that no, she shouldn't send her son to Earth, for there are only strange people there. Would she still even want him after his whole I'm not mad at it abandonment at that park? But Lois doesn't just head back to her time. No, she decides to stop along the way when Kal is a toddler playing outside his house. She decides to accost him. She stops and picks him up and starts kissing him and cuddling him. Kissing this cute baby over and over. I don't get much chance to do this to the grown-up Superman on Earth. Are those or mwas? No, they're definitely not mwas. Those are Ugh. Baby Kal's face is my face. No. All the no. Not in this universe or any of them. No. Leave the children alone. Inside, Jor-El is showing off his ray that will become the transporter to the Phantom Zone. So he tests it by shooting out the window at a bird, but Lois is there and she gets sent to the zone. So the Phantom Zone at this point pre-crisis was a pocket universe. It existed outside of the regular space-time continuum. So things move differently there, which is why in the present Superman can see Lois in the zone. And he just pulls her out back to Earth and doesn't ask nearly enough questions. In fact, he's just annoyed that he has to restart the roll call. Lois realizes that you can't change fate, and also something else. Something just dawned on me. If I had married Jor-El, I might have been Superman's mother. Oh, that just dawned on you, huh? Only now? What were you thinking before? About how you would just erase him from existence? Or were you not thinking about that either? You know, if she had given birth to Superman, this would have become like a really early version of that movie Womb. It was a science fiction movie from 2010 with Ava Green and Matt Smith, where her love interest, Matt Smith, dies, so she decides to give birth to his clone and raises him as her son, but is still attracted to him as he ages and becomes more and more like his father. It was called Clone in the UK. This movie was an experience, and if you like feeling uncomfortable, 10 out of 10 would watch again. As for this story, I repeat, Otto, are you okay? Why? Just why? Someone stop him. Don't just let him write whatever he wants. You end up with this. The her trying to get with Superman's dad while awkward was so weird that it veered into amusing territory for me. Just the whole thing, the Kryptonian plan, the lack of foresight. It was on that line of just being so zany, it was highly entertaining. But kissing Kid Kal. No. You never tell Kal about this, Lois. Ever. Hopefully he doesn't remember. And you give Jimmy back his clothes and his boots because he lost his Kryptonian book. Aren't you glad you know about this? Admit it, you are. Your life is enriched. I know mine is. I want to hear all your thoughts down below. Tell me what you thought of this. Tell me if you watched Womb, aka Clone, and do all of the YouTube things like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you never miss a vid. Thanks so much for taking some time out of your day to spend it discussing comics with me. I always appreciate it, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye. Double wave to make up for all the days I haven't waved. Bye.